Hello YouTube and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today, the Kremlin has given us a job. It's to make a cargo plane that can lift 12 tons, travel sustained at Mach 2 for 200,000 kilometers. Not an easy order considering we have never flown before. So we have built this test plane just to do a little sightseeing. It has a heavy cargo loadout and two very powerful jet engines from the B9 space plane pack. So we have throttled up and we are moving towards the end of the runway and realizing that this plane is entirely too heavy. We are at full throttle and have been since go, and we are swiftly running out of runway. Come on, you heavy. Get up. Oh, get up. Get up. Yeah. Oh, I thought for a second we were going to be in the drink. Yeah, pull up the undercarriage. And now we just take small sightseeing tour in little places around Kerbin, things you may not know about. So, spoiler alert, if you wish to find some of these things yourself, you should play more Kerbal Space Program. Because I'm going to go to two very easy Easter eggs on a small tour. Oh, this thing is so slow. I mean, I know we are very low in atmosphere, but not even 100 meters a second. Yeah, this is with full fuel loadout and full cargo bay. Inside cargo bay is four science juniors, four mystery goos, and a complement of sensors and other things. We are going to try to gather some cheap science from just around here. The true testament of a good airplane is if it can maintain relatively level flight in 4 times time acceleration, which this one can do quite well. So I'm happy with the stability of the aircraft, the balance of the aircraft. I'm just not happy with the thrust to weight ratio. It would probably have a very good range, considering we have two of the B9 fuel tanks on the side have 980 liquid fuel apiece, and we have one other fuel tank towards the tail, which we needed to balance out the lift and mass. When you make aircraft or space planes, it is very important to balance out your center of lift with your center of mass. If you can get the two dead lined up, you will have stable aircraft, much more enjoyable flying experience. Also, I very highly suggest you itemize your control surfaces. Control surfaces used for roll are called ailerons, not flaps, as I hear many people say. Yeah, how do you fly anything from in here? Eesh. Yes, roll authority given to you by ailerons. You should make these at the outside of the wings. The two control surfaces at the very end of the wings do only roll authority. They do not do yaw, they do not do pitch. The two in the middle will do both roll and pitch. We can call these ailerons, or ailerators. Your tailplane and your canards, which on this one the tailplanes control only pitch. These are called elevators. The two canards at the front do both roll and pitch, so ailerators. Yes. And the tailplane for the rudder that controls your yaw is a rudder, just like in a boat. So there's proper terminology, trust me. So if I hear one more YouTuber refer to them all as flaps, I'm going to shoot myself. Oh, okay. Deploy the undercarriage. We are coming in for landing now here at the island runway. This is a long-standing, very easy to find Easter egg here in KSP. You can usually see it from when you launch any rocket. If you take a 90-degree heading, you go almost overhead. It's on those island grouping just to the east. If you fly out to about the 90-degree heading, you will see it, but you need to travel south a little bit first. Okay, yes. He's at full throttle, still barely even touching 100 meters per second. This plane is so slow. Oh, we are definitely going to need redesign if we are going to hit our Kremlin given criteria of sustained Mach 2. Oh, so, alright. Landing's a little touchy. I'm not so good at them. So, pardon me just a second here. Yeah, come on. Oh, it looks almost dead end. Come on, kill throttle. And, oh, it comes up. Yeah, brake. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we just have to tap the brakes. I think I forget to disable brakes on front wheel. So if we brake too hard, it wants to nosedive and kind of roll out, or roll forward. So we just come off and on the brakes. We pull up to a nice stop here right next to tower. Is old abandoned airfield, has no launch center. Just this old dirt strip. Which I should specify that the Kremlin dictates that plane needs to be landing almost anywhere. So it's good to have nice rugged landing gears. Put those back in. Now we have Jeb hop out here in a second. Just collect a little bit of science. This is water. I guess this is water. Interesting. Yeah, this is new messages, so we will keep that one. The rest of these we can transmit. We want to be able to reuse some of this instrumentation. The point of this particular aircraft was to fly around and hit a bunch of different biomes and collect lots of science from right here on Kerbin, because he's relatively easy to get. If you can build stable aircraft with long enough range, you can get lots of free things. Yes, this ladder, Jeb, very good. Yeah, says water. It's not water, Jeb. I think you know this, as you are not bobbing around up and down, and plane is still in one piece. Because if you try a water landing in an airplane here, you know what I speak of. Also, you may hold shift key to sprint. Oh, yeah, oh, okay. Camera angle is a bit tricky. But very nice how they made this tower climbable. He wobbles when he trots. Wobbly wobbly, Jeb. Oh. I do not envy him climbing all these flights of stairs in spacesuit. Not be easy task. Jeb must be at peak physical fitness for Kerbal. Oh, so many stairs. When will we get there? Ho ho! Greenery. It's not been used in very long time. Ah, such pretty view. Let's see if we can get better look. Yep. Oh. Nope. Bummer. Okay. Well, we will claim this for our own. What? Where is flag? Uh-oh. We have placed mysterious time warping flag. Jeb is confused. And still in time warp. Despite not being in time warp. And we cannot take other flag. Oh, well, Oh, let's see if to reset. Come out of time warp, Jeb. Yes. Oh, I guess without time warp, he was actually taking very leisurely stroll upstairs. Still in big heavy spacesuits. Yeah, still no flag. Very well, that is a little upsetting. And we cannot find it to click on it to do other things. So, I guess we just head back down to our plane. Again in time acceleration. Because Jeff just woke so funny. God, so many stairs. If I thought for a second that there was still power here, I would say invent an elevator. Or even escalator. Airport style people mover. Yeah, finally, here we go. And our plane is sitting on its wing. Okay. And turn off time. Oh, go home, physics, you are drunk. Yeah, maybe we pop Bob out here for a second. And have him go look around for a bit. I know if Jeb gets back in, he gets another flag. There are infinite flags inside capsules. Very convenient if you want to be troll. So let's go take a quick look around the hangar. There you see a sneak peek inside cargo bay. No cheating. And for those of you who have been with Kerbal Space Program since before 0.18, you will recognize these parts. We have the old Mark 1 capsule with some old boosters and an old fuel tank. All relics of the way things used to be. Much prettier things now. Way to go, squad team, making things better. And now we have flag that we can see. But not YouTuber who can spell. And just to make sure. Okay. Now, yeah, head on the back to our space. No, it's not space plane. It's airplane. I've been reading forums entirely too much. They call everything space plane. This can go nowhere near space. I don't even know if this has enough oomph to get to good altitude. Maybe we'll save that test flight for later. Hey! Silly physics. Why you list to one side like that? Always the same side. Maybe he's sitting on hill? Okay. Oh, yes, dump. And back in. We pull up our mobility enhancer, and I really wonder if we have enough runway to get up to speed, considering we had to use the entirety of KSP runway and still ended up falling. Well, to our advantage, I suppose, is much steeper drop off here, but that hill up there to the right may be a problem. Okay, get up! Get up! Oh, buddy. Yes. Yeah, we are clear. Pull up the undercarriage. Airborne. Okay. Now we make a U-turn. It's very nimble craft. I keep worrying about if we're going to stall turning so rapidly like this. It's, lots of roll authority. Lots of pitch authority. Let me get some of our altitude back. Real pilots must use a rudder when you bank to make high turn like this, you give it a little rudder, keep your nose pitched up so you don't end up falling quite as much when you do a roll turn like this. I have only 2 fingers and no flight stick, so I cannot very easily roll, yaw, and pitch at the same time. And that marker there is the launch debris from Launchpad, from previous Duna probe. So we just aim for that to try to get us some altitude and not stall. Yeah, it is showing flag in control tower. Nameless flag, just says flag. Invisible flag. Maybe we buzz tower later and see if we can see flag again. Maybe it will re-render after we go back to hangar. But stable airplanes fly great in time acceleration. We just need a few struts and some luck. Yeah, we are losing a bit of altitude, but nothing very serious here. So this will come nowhere near meeting Kremlin requirements. He's a very successful airplane with a complete failure as project. Unfortunately, we lack the technology entirely to be able to carry such a massive cargo, especially up to such a high speed. I think these are the best engines for the job. They are very, very powerful, but very powerful at higher altitude. But I do not have Fairarm Aerospace installed, and I do not have Interstellar. So there is a stock pre-cooler part in stock KSP, but does nothing. If you have Interstellar installed, it actually does pre-cool intake air. It's at very high speeds, air being compressed into the shock cone intake gets superheated. And to get effective burn, I forget the name of the thermodynamics law, but you want it to go from very, very cold, and then when you ignite it to go to very, very hot in very, very small amount of time. So on modern space planes, or really anything that's heavy, has a shot of being a single stage to orbit, uses a super condenser, a pre-cooler, to condense the intake air, because air that is very cold is very dense. Air that is very hot is very not dense. And you want cool, dense air to get as much oxygen into your combustion chamber as possible. So you must cool the air and then superheat it on ignition and then drive it out the back to create thrust. Okay. And we are coming up on our next little Easter egg here. Again, a very easy one to find. I'm going to try to aim a little better. Yes, very nice glide scope on this thing. Kill throttle. There, you see it? The distant objects enhancement makes seeing that possible. Skirt. Yeah. Quite a noble little touchdown. Use some air brakes to bleed speed, because hitting the wheel brakes at that speed would cause a tragic accident. Ah, oh wow. I get really close. That's excellent, excellent landing. And we see here, taken from the book and movie 2001 A Space Odyssey, a monolith. Of course, the monolith in movie and book was more rectangle, did not have, oh, what is the name of this shape? Yeah, anyway, it's not perfect, but also monoliths from book and movie were just completely black. I will show you a difference here in a second, but we're going to take some shore science, because we did not have science from the shores yet. Jeb is going to hop out and hopefully be able to plant a non-invisible flag at this Easter egg. Yeah, also another nifty trick is anywhere you can pull the screen, or like hold right click and move screen. If you just hold forward, he will go in that direction, so you don't need to use arrow keys necessarily to turn. It has the squad logo, and it's floating. Keep both of these and plant your flag, Jeb. This is so that we can always come back in quick reference and take a look at this modern hovering wonder. Call this Monolith 1. In movies and books, the obelisks or the monoliths are not fully explained. I guess it is part of the allure. But in very beginning of book and movie, really I should say movie, a bunch of very primitive ape-like people come across one, and they are very rapidly we are led to believe that they are evolved by the presence of this into using tools for the first time, and they discover use of tools, and like would be such notable of the human race, they discover tools, this great thing for mankind, and promptly kill each other. We will pull up our ladder, and we will consider the design of such a plane. And let's open up the cargo and just collect some other science. I should have done this at the other place, but I forgot. But now you can see in our cargo bay we have transmission equipment, some antennas, lots of batteries, because we have no other real way in science. And that is where we will end it today. In next episode we will hopefully try to build a much bigger plane. Until then, thank you.